Good morning to everyone from Siem Reap, Cambodia. Today, we're going to tour Angkor Wat together. People wake up early in the morning and come here to watch the sunrise. I didn't wait in line when I bought my ticket. I bought the ticket online. If you come here, you can also buy your ticket online. Since this area is very large, there are different ticket options. These are weekly, 3-day, and 1-day tickets. I chose the 1-day ticket. The price is $37. I was expecting a fantastic view at sunrise. But the sunrise wasn't quite what I hoped for. In my opinion, you don't really need to come here so early in the morning. The farthest temple from here is about 35 kilometers away. There are nearly 100 temples within 1,000 kilometers around Angkor Wat. There are many temples around Angkor Wat. They are located in places too far to reach on foot. This complex is the largest religious complex in the world. At that time, don't think of this place as just a temple. You can think of it as a living space where many people lived. We watched the sunrise at the starting point of this road. Now, we're about to enter Angkor Wat. The carvings here took even longer to complete than the construction of the temple itself. It is estimated that this entire area was built in the 12th century. It is believed to have been constructed in the 12th century. Its construction took 30 years and 300,000 workers worked here. At first, this place was dedicated to the Hindu god Vishnu. Later on, it was converted into Buddhist temples. Friends, whether I continue this trip or not depends on your support. Please, if you like the video, you can give it a thumbs up or subscribe to the channel. You would make me very happy. The apsaras you see here are celestial dancers in Hindu and Buddhist mythology. They dance for the gods. In Angkor Wat, these figures serve both as aesthetic decoration and carry spiritual meaning. In 1970, the restoration work here coincided with the Pol Pot regime, and many archaeologists working here were deported. Or they were executed by firing squad. and afterwards they destroyed the stones and documents here. Later on, political stability was established in Cambodia, and many archaeologists returned here. They redesigned the stones here in 3D on computers and fixed the deficiencies. During the restoration phase here, many workers and archaeologists were injured or lost their lives by stepping on landmines. If you gathered all the stones from Angkor Wat, they would amount to more than all the stones in the Egyptian pyramids.
The entire complex where all these temples are located is called Angkor Wat.
This place was first discovered in 1858 by a French naturalist. And in 1992, UNESCO. It was added to the World Heritage List.
In the reliefs here, you see a historical battle scene. Arrows, spears, and elephants are depicted. In the Angkor Wat reliefs, both mythology and real history are intertwined. This is an artificial canal that is 4 meters deep. At that time, there was an epidemic and this canal was built here. People's water needs were met from the canal. It's very difficult to visit this place on your own. When you come here, you can easily rent a tuk-tuk from your hotel. The price for half a day is between $15 and $25. You can also rent a motorbike in Siem Reap, but if you're with a few people, it's more reasonable to rent a tuk-tuk. We've arrived at the Bayon Temple. After 1915, as the trees were cut down, the temple emerged. When this temple was first discovered, look, you can see a monkey walking up ahead above. It's said that the tower above that monkey was once covered in gold. But that's not the case anymore.
In the carvings on this wall, they have depicted their daily lives. Whatever they did in their daily lives, they engraved it onto this wall.
There are a total of 11,000 figures in the temple. Of these 11,000 figures, 216 are the smiling Buddha statues you see above. These smiling Buddha statues are called the Mona Lisa of Asia.
The film In the Mood for Love, considered one of the world's best love movies, was shot in this mystical place. The character whispers his love into the hollows of a stone because he can't tell anyone about it. This is actually an old Asian tradition. People would whisper their secrets into a hole and then seal it up. It's like keeping something you carry in your heart forever without ever sharing it with the world. Now, let me ask you, would you ever want to whisper your secret into a place where you couldn't share it with anyone? You can think of the structures here as labyrinths, generally built in square or rectangular shapes.
As you can see, restoration and reinforcement work is ongoing. Now I'm going to get on my motorbike and head to another temple. There are many temples here. Of course, I made sure to pick the most aesthetic ones. There are a lot of temples like this here. You might not be able to visit them all. Honestly, I don't think it's necessary to see every single one, because after a while, you might get bored. I think it's enough to just visit the most important ones. Many of the walls have collapsed like this. The reason for this is that it's very hot and humid here. And it's a region that gets a lot of rain. They've used iron rods like this to prevent the structures from collapsing. Kriya Khan Temple was built by Jayavarman at the end of the 12th century. It is a large and complex temple. The meaning of its name is sacred sword. This temple is not just a place of worship, but also a complex where monks were trained and members of the royal family worked. Inside, as you can see, it's like a maze.
I'm heading towards the Temple of Nikbi. Some parts of the temple are truly impressive. As you can see, I'm in a really fascinating place. So, this reservoir was used by the ancient Khmer people both for ritual purification and for healing purposes. It is believed that the waters here heal both physical and spiritual illnesses. We've arrived at the Temple of Nikpian. What you see in the center. The island temple is located in the middle of a main pool, surrounded by channels extending in 4 directions. There are 4 small pools around the main pool. Each one represents a different element and direction. I have arrived at the Istneben Temple. The temple was built in the 10th century. It was constructed around the year 952. The temple was built as a sacred island temple at that time. It rises in the shape of a 3-story pyramid. Brick and sandstone were used together. You can see stone carvings and massive elephant statues at every corner. There are fine sandstone carvings on the entrance gates and towers. It is adorned with Hindu gods and mythological scenes. When this place was built, the temple could only be reached by boat, because it was right in the middle of the lake. As the lake dried up over time, the temple was left on land. Now I've arrived at that magnificent temple where the Tomb Raider movie was filmed. I'm heading towards the Top Rome Temple.
One of the most famous temples in the Angkor Wat area is the Top Prome Temple. The king had this place built for his mother. This tree species is Tetrameles, the Nidophorula tree species.
This place was built in the 12th century. It was constructed at the end of the 12th century. It served both as a temple and a monastery. It covers an area of about 56 hectares. There are 4 main entrance gates. There are long corridors and wide courtyards along the main axis. As you can see, everywhere is like a labyrinth. Although the temple is dedicated to Buddhism, there are also places for Hindu gods. Yes, we've arrived at the most amazing place. I think this is the most magnificent spot in Angkor Wat. What do you think? You can write your thoughts in the comments.
The trees are truly fascinating and add a very fantastic atmosphere to this place.
This is my first time here and I was truly impressed. If you're coming to Thailand, I think you should add this place to your itinerary. I believe this is one of those must-see places in the world, like the Taj Mahal or the Egyptian pyramids. If you come here, you definitely won't regret it. See you in the next video.